And we back, and we back, and we... Come on, babe.
You got it.
You gotta do it.
You got it. And we back.
Now you want to do it.
That's what you go on. And we back. But go ahead.
You want to drop me? That's what
you
saying. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Miss Naturally Mary here. Today I have a guest on my channel.
I'm not a guest anymore.
Okay, he's
it's
not a guest
official.
anymore.
Family. Don't call me a guest anymore.
Okay.
Family.
The husband.
What's up, guys?
The husband is here. I can say that now. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so today's video is going to be a wedding on a budget video. So getting right into things, as many of you guys know, if you're new here, hello, welcome to the family. Gerard and I got married on
June 30th.
June 30th.
Oh my
what
God.
time?
Well, technically, and we'll address that later, but our wedding day was 6:30.
Yes.
June 30th. So
yes.
And I believe the ceremony started at around like 3 or 3:30, but
Yeah,
that day was so
supposed to start at
crazy. I have no idea. It happened so quickly.
It did.
As many of you probably know, that special day goes by in a blur, and
Goes by in a blur?
yeah, it's a blur.
It goes by in a blur? I've never heard anybody say that.
Well, that's how I said it. It goes by in a blur.
What
It's a
he
blur.
means is-
It goes by very quickly, and
Thank
before you
you.
know it, the night is over with, and it's like, wow, what just happened?
Yeah, so we cannot wait to get the wedding footage. I know many of you guys have been writing that you've been checking every single day. Y'all, we are just as excited to see it as you all, because, you know, when you're a bride, many of you guys I'm sure have already got married, and if you haven't, I'm going to let you know, when you're a bride, you don't see much at all. Husband here, he's at the altar. He gets to see the flower girls go down. He gets to see the bridesmaids, the groom, all that stuff. He gets to see mama, papa, all of them. I didn't get to see anybody.
I missed
it. He missed
I missed
it.
everything.
How'd you miss it, babe?
It went by in a blur.
Oh, blur.
It was a blur.
I don't know why this is.
And then in between tears, so like, you know, I was a mess. But
yeah, so I missed a lot of it. I agree with him. It did go by very quickly. But we want to talk to you guys about how to plan your wedding on a budget, because ours was maybe $5,000 or less. I believe that's about how much we spent.
we did a very good job with that.
Yeah, Jesus did a very good job with that.
We were blessed, absolutely.
We were
blessed.
definitely
We had
blessed.
a ton of amazing people that helped support, even a bunch of you guys.
Absolutely. We definitely could not have done it with the help of you guys and everyone that felt compelled to support our love story and allow our day to be such a great success, because it was just so awesome. So now we're going to get into our tips. We're not going to share them in any type of order. We're just going to share them as they come to mind.
This is all off the top. So
Absolutely.
There's nothing written down. There's no script. So we're just chit chat. That's what you call it?
Yeah, this is going to be a little chit chat.
Let's do it.
So the first thing that comes to my mind is tip number 1. I know it's not in order, but this is the first thing. So important. Get a wedding planner, y'all.
Absolutely.
When I tell you our wedding planner helped to relieve so much stress.
Shout out to Brittani.
Brittani Owens is phenomenal. Her Instagram page is Regal Events. She is a lifesaver. When I tell you a lifesaver, literally a lifesaver. She's located in Houston. We actually did a live with her, and she gave so many different great tips on how to plan on a budget, and they were just so spot on. What I love about Brittani is just how eager she was to help, how she supported our vision, our budget. She made sure we stayed true to our budget. What we told her, she didn't actually lie, because y'all, our original budget was like $3,000. I thought when I initially told her $3,000 that she was gonna look at me and be like, come on girl, there's no way you're doing that wedding for $3,000. But she gave us ideas on what places we could get flowers. Where do we go? If you're in Houston, one place that she shared with us was Universal, what was it? Universal.
It's on Harwin Drive. It's a bunch of like outlet type / boutique type stores that you can purchase things at a cost efficient. What
Yeah, they're wholesale items.
Wholesale.
And they're discounted. And guys, you might go on Harwin and think, wow, I don't even know what this is. Because when we went down there, we were like, what is this? But it's kind of like a flea market. It kind of put me in the vein of a flea market, but it's good stuff. So we got our flowers from Universal Silk Plant. When we went in there, it was like a warehouse of artificial flowers. So that's another tip. You don't necessarily have to get real flowers. Guys, flowers are gonna die unless you're planning to take a boatload of flowers to your home, or I don't know, if you're planning to have a party or something and have flowers decorating your whole event. I don't know. What are you gonna do with the flowers after? So don't spend a boatload of money on expensive real flowers when you could just go the artificial route. So
that's like many other things, like during a wedding, it's specific for that one day event. So we can use that same theme to the dress, to everything. She's only gonna wear it once. Keep that in mind. These flowers are only gonna be used once, and most of them are just strictly for photos.
So yeah, absolutely. That's very true. So our wedding planner was able to give us insight on things like flowers. She was able to provide us with insight on where to get place cards. All this stuff that we didn't even know we needed place cards. It was just so many things that we're completely oblivious to. We had no idea we even needed. And she was able to shed light on those things. Now, if you have someone in the family who is savvy enough to be able to handle that type task, then go for it. But I think it will save you in the long run to have a wedding planner. Also, a wedding designer. So getting to our wedding designer and our wedding planner worked so well together. When I tell you they are awesome. Both our wedding planner and wedding designer travel, which is phenomenal, and they worked so well together. They traveled to Ohio where we had our wedding. Taisha set everything up. She stayed out late designing for us, and when we walked in, she actually surprised us. We didn't know what our wedding was going to look like at all, the wedding or the reception. And when we walked in, I was just like, oh my goodness. I had to literally mentally say to myself, Mary, stay present in the moment and stop looking at the decor, because it was so pretty. I love the way she did it, how she had the central area where we are at the altar designed with the flowers, and I don't even know what that was called. It was just so pretty, right babe?
She did a great job. The transformation was so crazy. Even before she even arrived, just from Brittany and having some cousins and some friends and guys just move things around for us.
Brittany, although she's a wedding planner, she was hands-on.
Absolutely.
Moving tables, helping with Taisha, who's a designer. She helped with the decor. Some of you guys may be thinking, what's the difference between a wedding planner and a wedding designer? I had no idea that they were separate roles, but they are. So a wedding planner generally just takes care of coordinating the event. So making sure everything flows properly, making sure you stay on budget. Not all wedding planners, well, I guess they do. If every wedding planner is like Brittany, then you're freaking awesome. Because I feel like she went above and beyond. But she helped us with our budget. She gave us a complete schedule and itinerary of what our day would look like. She provided one for us, for all of our bridesmaids, our group. Everyone had an itinerary. She was so on top of it. And aside from that, prior to the wedding starting, prior to our designer getting there, she helped us move tables and make sure that the layout that our designer had flowed with what she desired. So when she came in, everything was just ready to go. So a wedding planner coordinates, organizes, makes sure everything is on point.
Day to day, from start to beginning.
Absolutely. She does all of that stuff. And the day of, she makes sure it's executed so well. And then the designer is the one that works with the decor. So your lighting, your flowers, centerpieces, all of that stuff, the designer is going to be doing all that. And when I tell you Taisha killed it, her Instagram name is Premier Events, and we're going to have all this information down in the description box. Please go check out their work. They are killer. Both of them are so great. And I just light up when I talk about them because they did such a good job. We were so happy, guys. So happy. Okay, so the first things first, get a wedding planner. Number 2, wedding designer. Now, for us, I told you guys our wedding designer, her name was Taisha Stewart, and her company name is Premier Events. Now, when it comes to her, we were thinking about having his grandma, his aunts, his mom, everyone come together, and we were going to do some centerpieces for our decor. We were going to kind of help out and make sure things were, you know, on the affordable side. But y'all, we didn't know what we were doing. So we would have just been buying things that we didn't really need to buy. So she also, just as the wedding planner helps to keep you on budget, the wedding designer helps you do that as well, because there's some certain things that you might be buying that you don't need to buy, and then you're over extending yourself and spending too much money.
I think a big part of what Mary is trying to say is initially we envisioned doing a bunch of DIY projects. When anybody is trying to do things on a budget, DIY is one of the first things you think about, because a lot of times when you're paying for something, you're paying for like that physical labor. And if you can do that yourself, you probably reduce the cost significantly. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. However, that could become pricey when you start to factor in the number of different things you have to buy.
So your wedding designer can kind of take your vision for your wedding and use your budget and make sure that she is actually executing your vision in a very classy and elegant way, which Taisha was great for doing. But during the process, we did discover that there were some DIY methods of doing centerpieces and things like that. We found a lot of ideas on how you can buy things from the Dollar Tree to infuse into your wedding, and they look really, really good. Now the thing is, with those, it might be a little time consuming, and if you're someone who's not really that artsy and, you know, into crafts and DIYs, then this might not be your thing. And for us, I think it was better for us to go the route of having a designer, because we were talking about doing it the week of our wedding, and Tasha was like, no, like it would have been so stressful having to get there the week of, you know, getting everything else we needed to get done, and then now trying to do DIY projects. That would have been too much, because we had so much running around to do. So we are so glad we did not go that route. But you can go that route to save money. Another thing that we found helpful was using online sites in order to purchase items for our wedding. They were so much less expensive, but with that, and baby's laughing.
First thing first, this is funny, man, because a lot of times, and it's unfortunate if you missed it, and I wish Mary would have saved those videos, because to me, I feel like a lot of the things that we're saying are kind of like anti to those live things we had with Brittani and Tasha. I think in that moment, what I learned, and I hope Mary also learned this, from that experience with dealing with shopping over online or buying from foreign sites. Yeah, initially it does seem like it's going to be very affordable and cheap, but as Mary Closet can attest, we have several dresses that she didn't actually buy, that she didn't actually wear, that we paid for. So I don't know about that. Like, sometimes that might not be the cost. Initially it seems that way, that it's going to be the cost efficient route, but I don't know. Like,
okay, so what I was gonna say, thank you for shedding light on that.
Because you
I was gonna get there.
Steer away from online.
No.
Listen. I think you would be better off if you just found a nice, affordable dress in person. You know what your budget is. Be honest, man. It's one day. We talked about this in the beginning. It's one day. From the flowers we talked about, it's one day. This is a dress you're going to wear one time. If you have the money and having this amazing dress was your desire and you just got money to blow, go for it. But be realistic with yourself. Find something that you can afford and actually try the dress on in person, feel it, versus playing dice or something online. And as Mary can attest, and she'll share with you guys, and if any of you guys have saw those live videos, we took some risks, and some of them we got a few wedding dresses in the closet. Yeah. Mary are gonna link those, and she's gonna take photos. We're gonna sell those. I'm gonna show you guys.
And I got one altered, and it was so beautiful, y'all, and I wanted to wear that one because it was so gorgeous. But yeah, I went with another dress. So I'm gonna shed light on what he's saying. He's absolutely correct in everything he said. Well, most of what he said. I think that if I had to do it over again, honestly, guys, I'd probably still maybe do online. Although I had a really bad experience, I'm going to share with you guys tips that you can use if you decide to go online, because the prices are so much better online. And the dress that I actually went with, I love the dress. It fit very well. It was inexpensive. I believe it was like $165, and it fit me like a glove, and it was gorgeous. I really love the dress because for one day I don't necessarily
and
need
she didn't wear it.
$2,000 dress. No, I'm talking about the one that I wore.
Oh, okay.
That one was $165. Now the first one that I got, I did a, so if you're gonna shop online, and I had other followers who told me they went the online route and they had a very good experience.
This is big.
If you decide, babe.
This customization, I know where you're going with it, and I pointed that out in that video with Brittany.
So what he's speaking about, because some of you guys are not, you don't follow me on Instagram, you don't even have Instagram. So we did online Insta Lives on my page.
With both Brittany and Taisha.
Brittany and Taisha, our wedding planner and our wedding designer, they hosted lives on our page, and we were on the live with them, and we were talking about the whole notion of buying a dress online. And with that, you can't, going into the store, it's a great option, but I feel like they try to rape you in the stores with the prices. The prices are so just, they're embellished. Like, it's just, I don't even know why they're charging so much. The fabric and everything feels like the dresses that I purchased. I'm just gonna be honest. So I feel like the price there, now you do get, you being in the store, there's an experience that you get, it's awesome. However, I'm not trying to pay that. So going online, I feel like the quality of the dresses that I got were decent quality dresses for what I paid for them. And they, as I just stated, compared to some of the items that I saw in the store. However, I did custom sizing. Don't do that. If you are taking notes, write that down.
Big no.
Do custom sizing. And I've had some followers who told me they did the custom sizing option and it worked for them. It's a gamble doing it that way. I wouldn't advise anybody to do that.
Why is it a gamble?
It's a gamble, especially for someone like me. If your body is not proportioned, like, I mean, mine, I'm a little shapely. For curvier girls, it's kind of challenging doing the customization option, because what happens is if you customize it to fit your body, they cannot now sell that dress to someone else. Nope. So you can't return it. So that's where I was screwed in a sense. Yeah. So I got this dress and it doesn't fit me. It's too big because the customizations were, I don't even know I don't know where they got them from, because the dress I had looked like a sumo wrestler would fit it. The other one was slightly larger than what I needed, so it wasn't too bad. Get a size that is most comparable to the size you actually wear. Pay attention to the size charts that they provide. Use those. They're going to be very helpful. Now, if you want to go a size up, that might be smart, because you're going to most likely take it to a tailor or an alterations place, which is what I did, and get it customized to your body. And when I tell you, this lady that I went to killed my dress, she did such a good job. The babe still hasn't even seen that dress. It fit me so good. When I tell y'all, I wanted to literally, and I had 3 dresses at this point. I had my reception dress, I had my wedding dress that I decided on that was not this dress, and this other dress that fit me so well. So it was I had a real hard time trying to figure out which dress I was gonna wear. But this dress fit me so well. So get a dress maybe a size up or your size, and then just get it customized to fit you very well. So online can be a gamble, but it can work in your favor, because the price, when I tell you, the dress that I ended up wearing is from ShopGlamourgrunge. It's very hard to say. And the other site that I got my dress from was DH Gate. DH Gate was pretty good. Their dress, it wasn't like extremely large. Now Helios, I did not have a good experience with them. And in regards to flowers, now baby's talking about this online stuff. The flowers, oh my goodness. We came across this online site that hooked us up. He had in the budget, and I don't even know where he got this price from. I think he said like $500 for flowers. Now, mind you, flowers can be very, very expensive. Very expensive. And we looked online and we were trying to get a gauge for how much we should expect to pay. I believe it said like bouquets were around $100+.
It can be very expensive. Firstly, in terms of those budget numbers I came up with,
they were outlandish.
I'm not a wedding planner or a wedding designer. As you guys know, it's both our first shot at this whole thing, so we had no idea. So, as she alluded to earlier, very important to get people involved with this process that has the experience and knowledge, such as a Taisha or Brittany. They dealt with several weddings, so they have an idea of what is reasonable or what you can expect. It's all a crap shot when you're doing it on your own when you don't know.
It can be a little iffy when it comes to dresses, but there are some things that you can get online and turn out amazing, because we did online for so many things. Amazon hooked us up. We got our what was that, our candle, our Unity candle from there. We got our garter, and then they have Amazon Prime, so you can get it really quick. We did our wedding in a location where we don't actually live, so that was a bit of a challenge. So with that, Amazon was very good because we were able to get things shipped there in a matter of 2 days. We couldn't lug all that stuff on our luggage. We did end up having to take our flowers that we got from Universal Silk Plant, which I shared with you guys. And they told us that that was the best option for us, to have them shipped, just place them in a suitcase and, shipping them that way rather than paying UPS or some type of postal service in order to do it.
Firstly, a big part of how everything worked with us is all dictated around time. As many of you guys know, Mary and I engagement process was very, very short. So everything that we were trying to accomplish, we had a small amount of time to do it. Whether it be Mary's dress, whether it be flowers, whether it be finding a venue. And there's was a bunch of things that actually made it even more difficult, given that, as she alluded to, we live in Houston, but we're getting married in Cleveland, Ohio. So that was a challenge in of itself. And then on top of that, we had to deal with, as she talked about in regards to her dress, a lot of times there's maybe a year process where women and even some guys are going through a body transformation. So that probably would have been one of the number one reasons why to steer away from customization, because who knows? If you're aggressive towards a diet in a month or 2 weeks, your whole figure can change completely. So to have something customized as you look today, it's kind of foolish, because, when it comes wedding time, you're going to be completely different, and you're paying this extra money to actually have that done. It's kind of like a waste. I would go with go the route of purchasing online. I would order it as is, and then I would slowly have it tapered or tailored to fit me as I get closer to my date. So that is very, very important if you're going to go the online route. And then, as she stated, in regards to the flowers, how we actually did online, if you have that time, which time wasn't on our side, I would order one of something online.
Yeah, he suggested
just as
that.
a test. So, and once again, we did actually order something online once, but because the window was so crunched, guess what? We ended up buying some other ones, and in hindsight, Mary said, "Oh my God, we should have bought this one." And it's like, babe, I guess because of time, she was a little bit nervous and hesitant to actually wait to receive that test, that we actually bought other bouquets from the silk plant place that we mentioned here in Houston, and she actually preferred the one that we bought online better than the one that we actually bought in the store. But guess what? Because time was so limited, she's nervous, excited. She said, "Oh, we're gonna buy these."
We had a week left.
Yeah,
guys.
So time is something that if you're able to do it, and we understand, we're not advocating for everyone to be engaged for a year or several years or whatever the case may be. If you feel it's right, the time is right, go for it. But time was something that we had to work against.
I would suggest, when trying to do a wedding on a budget, start early, looking for your dress, going to different boutiques,
Absolutely.
figuring out your sizing and everything like that, looking online. And y'all, when it comes to the bridesmaids dresses, start that early. It's hard enough trying to find a nice dress for yourself, but when you're looking for 3, 4, however many bridesmaids you plan on having, that is a challenge. When I tell you that was stressful, it was so stressful. So make sure when you guys are going about that process, you start that early as well. Start having them try dresses on at boutiques and things like that. I did not have mine do that. I shouldn't say I didn't have them do that, but we weren't able to do it, just different schedules and all that stuff. And we literally had 4 months to get everything done. And then my bridesmaids kind of decided to get their dresses really late, but we're not gonna get into that. Yeah, so make sure that your bridesmaids dresses, that's something that you start exploring alongside your dress, so then it's not you wait till the last minute and you don't have dresses for bridesmaids. Or if you get a dress online, which is what we did, and then it comes back and the dress doesn't fit one of them and they don't like the dress, it can be a horror story. So think about the bridesmaids as well as you when it comes to looking for a dress online. Now with the flowers, we did go with universal silk plant for our flowers for decor for the wedding, but with our bouquets, Gerard had a budget of maybe like $500 for bouquets.
Scrap my budget. I had no idea what I was doing, so
when he
disregard
told me,
that.
Disregard that. When he gave me that number, he started writing things down. He's like, babe, like if we overextend our, no, what did you say? You said, he always says if you go above what you actually wanted to pay and you actually come up with this money, that I don't know what he said.
Not necessarily
but I just know $500. I wasn't never paying $500 for a bouquet for mine and for my bridesmaids. I only had 3 bridesmaids. We had like a gang of bridesmaids to have to get bouquets for.
Do some research and you guys will learn that that's probably not too far off in regards to actual real flowers. We actually went
that's insane.
The silk plant route, and you'll see there's significantly cheaper.
Well, we actually did go the silk plant route, babe. We went online. They were artificial flowers. I don't think they were silk
or artificial. Well, nevertheless, they weren't real. I think the real flowers, in terms of that budget,
they're more expensive.
Yeah, they're more expensive, and I think that's kind of what I had based it on initially, but as we explored more and looking for more cost-efficient manners, we found out about the artificial route, which
he's so funny too. He came to me one night. He's like, babe, I found this place, and he was really hopeful and like looking for different things online. He's like, I found this place, and they have really, really nice flowers. They're gorgeous, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, but what is the price? Because for me, it doesn't matter how great it looks. If the price is not right, I don't care anything about it. So he tells me about this and he just going on and on. I see the price and I'm like, you think I'm about to walk down the aisle with $100+ bouquet that I'm literally going to do nothing with after? I don't want that. And it was literally, the funny thing about it is not that it was something I could keep. This was to rent too. I'm renting $100+. So we got ours from afloral.com, and we're gonna link. I'm gonna do my best to put all the links and different websites and everything that we talk about during this video. I'll try to put those in the description box. But Afloral, when I told y'all the bouquets that we got were so pretty, they look so good. We got a tester that Gerard was talking about, and when I got it back, I was like, man, this would have been perfect for the girls. And even the one I got for myself, I literally, as I told you guys, the real flowers, I'm not somebody that can keep flowers alive, but artificial, we can do something. Yeah, I literally have my bouquet back here on my desk, and we also have this little, can you go grab it? The bouquet and the little sign. I want to show you guys the sign that we have that we used at our wedding. You guys probably saw it in my sister's vlog. So this is my bouquet. Isn't it gorgeous? It looks real. Somebody said to me, they're like, Mary, your bouquet is so pretty. Those are real flowers. They said something about it being real flowers. I'm sure they didn't phrase it that way, but I was like, no, these are real. They look real though. It looks so pretty. So this is my bouquet, and I just put it in one of the vases that I have on the desk as decor. And then we also had this little sign made, and it's a little dirty right now, but it says in it to win it. You all remember that hashtag? We have been posting many of our photos online. We did our pre-wedding photo shoot and doing the in it to win it. But yeah, so we have this sign that we used, and we found a lot of little cute decor things, especially for tables like the guest book table. Take it back. For the guest book table, and also an area where we just kind of wanted to have photos of us. We had a little stationary table when people enter, and we found our frames at Dollar Tree. They were really, really nice too, and they looked expensive, but they weren't. They were like $1 a piece. And we just printed off our photos in black and white, which gave it a really classy look and just gave a sense of elegance to it. And we also got our letters from, where do we get those letters from, babe?
Marshalls or TJ Maxx, or
Marshalls or TJ Maxx,
Home Goods or something like that.
I believe it was TJ Maxx. Yeah, TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx had a whole wedding section, and they had such good stuff. So that's a good option. They had some frames that said you and me, which were really pretty, and they were under $10. So that's something to consider. You can also get items from eBay. I found my shoes on eBay. They were like some Steve Madden really pretty shoes that had a 2-inch heel. I was looking for some shorter heels because the heels that I have are so high and my feet would have been screaming at me the whole night. But I ended up going through eBay to find some shoes that were shorter and also had that little bedazzle situation going on. So yeah, I went through eBay to get that. My shoulder collar necklace I got from eBay, and I'll show you guys a picture. It was gorgeous. I saw some on Etsy, and Etsy some of their prices can be kind of expensive. So I saw many that I liked, but then I saw similar ones that were not as expensive on eBay. So I just went that route. And when it came, I was shocked that it was so gorgeous. So yeah, I got that from eBay. I also got my veil from eBay. When I went to, I believe it was David's Bridal, and I tried on veils. Those veils were so expensive. A veil can literally be $100. And I wasn't about to pay $100 for a veil. So I found one on eBay, bought it on eBay, and it was probably like $10. And they literally had, there were some that were cathedral veils, I believe that's what you call them, that were super long and beautiful and had the lace embellishment on the outside edge. Those are like $19, but in David's Bridal, they were probably like $200. It was crazy. So you can get things online that are inexpensive and also on a budget. Another way that you can do your wedding on a budget is by doing your own hair and makeup, which is what I did. I know I saved a ton of money doing it that way, but not everybody is able to do that. And surprisingly, it wasn't as stressful as I thought it would be. I ended up actually having to do my makeup and my sister's makeup. It's kind of crazy. She sat next to me, and I thought her sitting next to me, she'd be able to just do everything I was doing. It didn't turn out that way. I ended up having to do it for her. Some of the things she did do by herself, but it was kind of cool just to have that sisterly bond going, you know, as I'm doing my makeup. And she helped me with my hair some. There were some areas that I could not wand curl that she kind of helped out with. So you could kind of use that as a way to cut costs.
Like many things, if you have that talent or that skill set, such as Mary, what she does an awesome job of doing her makeup, you could save a couple $100 by doing it yourself. Yeah, there may be some added stress, or you might not have the luxury of being a bride and I guess being totally present with everything going, you know, everything that's going on, given that like you're trying to get your makeup done or you're trying to get your hair done and you're not, I guess, really totally feeling pampered. But, you know, that was easily, you know, anywhere between $300 to $400, depending on how much makeup costs, depending on how much hair costs, depending on how much nail costs, and that's even more, you know, if you factor in the travel. Which, going back to that whole thing about traveling, as we alluded to earlier, we got married in Cleveland, Ohio, and we live in Houston. So once again, that was another budget thing, because Mary and I actually had to fly to Cleveland. So that alone was another $600 or $700 that could have been wiped away from our budget completely had we just got married here. Yeah. And as she talked about earlier, in regards to our flowers, we actually had to pay for an extra luggage to be shipped, which is an extra cost, but it was actually cheaper than actually probably mailing them UPS or FedEx or whatever carrier that we wanted to utilize to ship them. Just paying for an extra luggage is actually a little bit cheaper, but that's an additional cost that we incurred because we didn't get married in Houston and we got married in Ohio. But yeah, the traveling, that's a big thing.
Hotel fees,
rent a car. So yeah, there's absolutely some things that maybe we could have done better, and hopefully that you guys can utilize and be better than us in the future in terms of just actually preparing for your big day. But another great idea that you can utilize in regards to cutting costs is seeking out companies to work
collaborations
with in regards to sponsorship. One that was very, very helpful for me, and I think made our day very special in terms of how fresh I look, was the Black Tux, man. They're awesome. They not only outfitted me, they took care of my groomsmen as well as my dad, and that was a
last minute thing with the dad, and they hooked him up
last minute. So my dad, scrambling trying to get his clothing together, and I reached out to him, and they said, sure, send us his information, and they decked my dad out, and he also had an issue in regards to fitting, and they took care of that within like a day or two. So in terms of customer service, the Black Tux was amazing. They dressed me as well as my groomsmen and my pops from head to toe. I'm talking about shoes all the way down to cufflinks.
And it looked so good. Everything they provided.
Bow ties or just everything. T-shirts, socks.
They had an option on the site to actually have everything styled. What was that called?
Yeah, they had pre-packaged looks that you could actually get that were cool. But if you had, desired to do your own look, you have that capability as well. But the Black Tux was crucial. They delivered, and the customer service and just everything about it. I'm sure Mary will share a ton of photos, whether it be YouTube or Instagram.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Black Tux for taking care of me and my fellows, as well as my pops. They took care of us, and so
we're so happy about
definitely seek those companies out in regards to especially many of you who may have a platform, whether it be Instagram or YouTube, looking for different companies to work with in regards to trying to make things a little bit more affordable might be a way to go.
Absolutely. And your following doesn't have to be huge. I mean, I'm still growing my social media platform, and Gerard's is not.
No.
He's getting there, but he reached out to them and they saw value. Share what value you can offer to a company, and you never know. They might just decide to hook you up like Black Tux did, and they were just so great through the process. We didn't have to settle on, although we weren't actually paying for their services, but it was a collaboration. They were on point when it came to responding to emails, making sure his fit, his father, his groomsmen, everybody was together, and the packaging was great for me. So when he talks about collaborations, y'all reach out to companies. They will most likely, all I can say is no, but take your chance. And the companies that we reached out to, even for gift boxes, Roots Natural came through, and it was so last minute. So collaborations, that's a great way to cut costs and do things on a budget. Take a chance. You never know.
That's the important thing. And as she echoed earlier, the major part to that is showing the value.
Absolutely.
Whether it be just photos you share, or if you have a channel such as Mary's, show the value that you're getting their products out to an audience, and everyone will be exposed to it.
Let them know how
and
you
I
don't
think
know.
You never know, and sometimes it doesn't even, like she stated, you don't even have to have that kind of platform. It's just more or less a lot of companies do different things to get their products exposed. It could be seen as a form of sampling for them. A lot of times we as consumers don't know what we like until we actually try it. So sometimes exposing people to different products.
Absolutely. And you're going to have so many eyes on you at your wedding. We had 100 people at our wedding, but maybe your wedding is 200 plus. Let them know these people are going to be exposed to your brand. Let them know how their company will be able to benefit from, being a part of your wedding. Yeah. So that's what we did. And we got a few collaborations or partnerships. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. We shared some great tips. I will list the things that we shared. Probably not in order, but I'm going to do my best to. But yeah, just to recap really quickly, wedding planner, wedding designer is very important. You can use online sites. You might have some hiccups along the way, but online can be very beneficial. You can do collaborations. Try doing things yourself if you can. You can do some DIY. Even if that DIY is your hair and makeup, that can still work.
That was
and
great.
Your nails.
I think that was the best DIY. I think it'd be foolish not to utilize all these skills we got going on right here. So
if you got
Who did your makeup today? You did it?
I did it today.
Oh, okay. So
you like it?
For sure. Use that.
I think you're trying to be all sweet.
I ain't doing nothing. We gotta go.
Okay. Yeah, guys. So this has been an awesome video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed doing it. I know Babe loved it.
Oh, this is my favorite thing to do. I love it. I love it. YouTube is the best. I can't wait to do videos with Mary. I dream for this. I live for this.
Oh my goodness. He is doing a lot right now.
This is great. When are we doing another one?
Let us know what y'all want to see next. Do y'all want to see my first time video? He looking like,
No way.
Okay, guys. So that's the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to thumbs it up. Leave your comments and feedback. Check the description box. I will have some links to some of the sites that we used that were very helpful, like a floral, which is awesome. But yeah, I hope that you guys will continue to support us. Thank you all so much. All those who contributed to our registry.
Absolutely.
Once again, those who bought
Waiting is the new black crew.
Black tees.
I see you.
Absolutely. And if you did not buy your tee, it's okay. Before the wedding, if you didn't get it, you can still get it. We have some more. So if you want to still support the movement, the Waiting is the New Black movement, still get your tee. I'll link the t-shirts in the description box. There'll also be a little icon with our t-shirts provided. Head over and get those. We look forward to your comments and feedback. Love you guys. The Bennetts are out.
It's official. Thanks, guys.
You like that? How I ended the video?
It's
the
cool.
Bennetts are out.
The Bennetts are out.
I thought it was cool.
It's alright. It's cool.
I thought it was cool.
You're still pretty, pretty, truth be told. We grow stronger, see, I need